everyone. Well, it is 7 a.m. and as you might have guessed, it has been like this all night. So wind's been up, rain's been up, and yeah, I'm still here and I'm still warm. It's pretty remarkable, this tropon. But it's measured in a fairly accurate way as a static air temperature, not factoring in any wind chill factor. And as you can see from the tents, they are and have been pretty much all night, sort of late on, early on yesterday evening rather, late on afternoon being battered, and that wind chill will drive the temperature down. Could also be the case where it may not be in a tent, maybe the hoop's bivvy, maybe the hammock and tarp, maybe just in a bivvy bag, maybe the tent's failed. It's knowing what's the realistic expectation of the subsystems. You can't just rely on what you have. Of course, it all depends on what the kit is being used, which tent, which sleep pad, which bivvy bag, what layering system is being used, and it's all subjective because people are naturally warmer sleepers than others. For me, by field testing the tropon bag, I can surmise that it is good for me personally to an ambient temperature in comfort of about 8 degrees, maybe a little under there. Remember to factor in the wind chill, that can drive that temperature down. You could knock 5 or 6 degrees off that, but with the layering system I've got currently, an 8 degree ambient temperature, the tropon bag would work. It just goes to show what a good bag it is, because it's incredibly lightweight and it packs down really small. Very, very good. Yeah, coming on camping the peaks with my lad this weekend. Yeah, the idea, apart from spending some time with my lad who I don't see as often as I should, so working all the time, I wanted to field test some new kit and see if any kit needs to be changed around in systems, improved, got rid of. Recently picked up the Corinthia Tropon sleeping bag. If you combine it with the Corinthia Defence 4, forms a all-round or year-round sleeping system. Of course, it's got the Mozzie net in. We'll be using this one when I go up to Scotland. So in line with probably my hoop bivvy, Corinthia bivvy bag, I know that's fine, but I want to see how this worked as a solo piece of kit, how low it would go. Now arguably it's not the best testing conditions. The night was fairly mild last night. Ambient temperature in the tent was probably around about 11 or 12 degrees. I was absolutely fine, but you've got to factor in wind chill and things like that, so that gives me an idea of how things will perform. I'm not just showing off using a jet boil as opposed to a cheaper gas stove to brew up. The whole point of bringing this kit out is to test it, and in truth this jet boil stays in the vehicle. It's there for family day out trips, it's there to brew up if we go somewhere, it's there worst case scenario when we break down and we want to have a hot drink, boil water, whatever. Coming on the camp you realise that you've got several sort of partly filled gas canisters. That one's almost done, that one's half full. Use them up when you have the opportunities. There's nothing worse than going out and finding that your gas canisters that you packed into your bag are not full, and you go on a trip, you run out, and then you want to plan B if you have a plan B. Some kit I've had for years, like the Clean Canteen, see how warm that is, but it's about testing this stuff out. Things like my power banks. This one is, it's huge, but it's pretty good. I use it for camera kit, charging and stuff like that. But I've got smaller power banks that are starting to run out of life, so I am testing these out, seeing how they work. And yeah, no good packing kit in a bag and not testing it. Get the kit out and test it. See what works, see what doesn't, and adjust accordingly. But this one is starting to come to the end of its life, and in truth the whole Goal Zero idea is old hat now as well. I mean, this pulls about 7 watts, so you know, I'm going to have to look at changing some of this stuff out, I think. Because they're not USB-C or anything, so, you know, probably change it out and go for something slightly different, I reckon. But yeah, it's definitely windy. Vango's holding out though. Got my lad next to me, he's got the 200, which is a slightly better one, so it's got the T6 alloy poles as opposed to my one. But yeah, they're getting a bit of a battering. Been doing a load of admin, organising paracord out, 550, 650, got some survival cord in there as well, got 275 cord. Sewing kit as well. Rush, you'd be proud of me. But I'm doing some mods. I've got the jungle lines on the tarp, which is all good, and I'm hopefully going to find time to get the buckles fixed onto this one, so this one can go on the front of my Sabre 45. Fingers crossed. But I'll make a handy little grab bag. Being sensible, I of course have got my wool hat with me. That's an Austrian one. Staples that I keep in my kits. I've always got all year round a wool hat, gloves and a head over. Keep them in a dry bag, whatever bag I'm using, and I carry them year round because even in May it can get a little bit chilly. It's good to have, and so it's a nice hat, that is. This sort of trip, apart from a little bit of a chillax, is also trying out kit with the existing kit. You've seen that before, the Carrymore Sabre SF45. I've had that for some years now, and I've just put a pair of PLC rocket pouches on the side of that. So might possibly swap them out for the Arctis ones off my other bag, just to give a bit more capacity, but it's working okay at the moment. But things like that, and the hat, and the waterproof smock, you know, British Army issue, MVP Gore-Tex summer material, I've had for years. I mean, that smock for a start I've had for way over 10 years now, and it only cost me £10, so £1 a year to stay dry.